What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. In today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about my brand new project. Who would have ever thought I would be saying that sentence? So my new project, the Executive Package NFT project. So this one is going to be built on the brick by brick protocol. You guys are quite familiar with brick by brick. I mean, they've been solid for over 3-4 months now. They've been consistently paying people out through NFTs in USDT. So a solid 4.5 to 6% per month, depending on what NFT tier you have. And they have different other protocols within their project, right? So if we look at, if we look at, so they have the rental pools, which basically pay 6% per month, depending on how much money you put in. Your money's locked, and for now, it's been paying out for, well, it's been in construction, in renovation for 53 days, and they've been paying out 6% per month for the entirety of that duration, right? They have different services, so now they have two that are closed. The BBB Spackle, which also pays out 6%, depending on how many people deposited money. They get 6% per that. So, for example, this person has $199 in there. They get paid out 11.95. I think that's over 3 months. That's 18%. This person has $21,000 in the service pool, and they are gonna get paid out $1,200. Some of my funds are in here as well. There's the BBB Paint, which just recently closed. This one is also the same kind of concept. They open the pool, and each month somebody gets paid. So it's pretty cool. Like, they have a bunch of different options. They have the NFTs, the classic NFTs. So the 250 is 4.5 per month. The 500 is 5% per month. The 1000 is 5.5% per month, and the 5000 mansion is 6% per month. And ultimately, everybody's goal is to get that mansion. I am accumulating some money on the side. I am getting it a mansion very soon. That's why I haven't been buying any NFTs, because if I could, I would be buying a lot of 500 or a lot of 1000. But I just want to build to that 5000 so I can buy myself a mansion and then keep using those funds to distribute into the other smaller NFTs. But today, guys, let's talk about my NFT project, the Executive Package NFT project. So this project essentially is going to be utilizing the service pools, the rental pools, and is going to be compounding the community's funds in order for you guys in the future to be benefiting from a lot of rewards that we are thinking of giving you guys: trips, limo services, chauffeurs, Airbnb rentals, and so much more, right? So much more. A lot of it could be utilized using the BBB services, or a lot of it could be third-party services. All you guys got to do at that point is just DM me with your receipt, and I will be sending you the equivalent value depending on how many points you've accumulated in that project. So it's a familiar project that you guys have heard about in traditional finance, credit card businesses and whatnot. But we've implemented that to be something that is going to be utilized using brick by bricks protocol. So let's dive into it very briefly. So the vision is as follows. When you own an NFT, you unlock special rewards that can make your future travels easy, convenient, and most importantly, luxurious. So our NFTs are designed to reward patient individuals with services that may feel like a dream to others. By purchasing an NFT today, here are some possibilities of what you can potentially enjoy in the future. So first class flights, private limousine, chauffeur, stays at Airbnb locations, and so much more, right? So what we're trying to say here is that you're paying a fee today, and then in maybe 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, you want to take a luxurious trip, then you have that trip covered by BNB, by BBB services, using that NFT that you purchased today, right? So this could be for some very lucrative, because you could be basically paying off an entire vacation with a fee that you paid out today, right? And this could be deducted from your points, and then the rest of your points keep accumulating and compounding for you to do the same thing a few years from there. From there, this could be saving you guys so much money in future services that you want to do, with your friends, families, and whatnot. So how does the project work? So the entire purchase price of the NFT will be utilized for participation in the BBB rental pools, aiming to generate profits for the overall project. So each NFT will be sold at a fixed price equivalent of 1,000 USDT in BNB. So you guys are going to be paying in BNB, but the price that you're going to be paying is going to be essentially $1,000 equivalent in that BNB value token. So, for example, if the price of BNB at some point goes up in value and then you end up paying 1,200, then you're going to be reimbursed $200 in BNB because the only price you have to pay is $1,000, right? The project has a limit supply of 100 NFTs. Man, this one is a big one. So, it's very important to note, guys, there's only 100 NFTs. The ones that are going to be sold now are going to be sold, and that'll be it. I don't know if I'm ever going to be minting new NFTs. I want to make sure that the 100 are going to be managed properly. In the future, it's going to be easier for you guys to do these services on your own. You don't have to rely on me that much. If you want to rely on me, I'm just a DM away, Telegram or Twitter. But essentially, all of the sales that are going to happen from those 100 is going to be compounding in Reno pools, every single pool that opens up, right? Eventually, we are going to have our own pool because the funds in there are going to compound so much. And you guys are going to see some numbers today. They're going to be compounding so much that at the end of it, we might close out a pool in minutes, right? And if, for example, a BBB rental pool is 500K, we might close it out right away because we've accumulated over the years 500,000 worth of USDT in that pool. So it's crazy. It's crazy to think about, but I'm going to show you guys some numbers today. So delayed gratification. It's important, guys, that you know and understand this point here. The USDT earned from selling the exclusive 100 NFTs will gradually grow for 18 months. So we're not going to be able to distribute any of those rewards to anybody. No points is going to be given to anybody for 18 months because we want to make sure to have a solid base, a solid ground where we're going to be able to build on to be able to give out all these rewards to all the NFT holders for many months to come, right? So after those 18 months, an equal share of the rewards will be given to all 100 executives. So also that's another important point. Every single executive is going to be paid. It's not going to be one or two every pool. It's not going to be three or four every pool. It's not good. It's going to be basically every single NFT holder that's going to be paid after every single pool, paid in points. So I'm going to tell you guys how it works. So we can make sure that every executive gets their equal share of the rewards from a strong and stable foundation, which has been compounding for 18 months. Because if we start giving out reward points right away, then you guys are going to be getting very, very small amount of points, right? But as the pools keep compounding every 3, 4, 5, 6 months, then the more rewards you're going to get, and those rewards are going to keep increasing exponentially, it's going to be out of control. Profit growth. The BBB rental pools offer an impressive 6% monthly return. So each project completes renovations. Profits are allocated to all investors. During the initial 18 months period, all profits are reinvested for maximum growth. Rewards are then distributed equally to executives with a portion of each pool's profits allocated to executives and a portion to be compounded in the next pool, ensuring sustainable growth over time. So what we're trying to say here is that after the end of each pool, after the 18 months, we're going to be allocating a certain percentage that's going to be giving out to the executives and a certain percentage that we're going to keep compounding into the pool so that we can keep growing that tax reward vault and keep growing it and growing it and growing it so that eventually it's going to be in the millions of dollars that's going to be ready to pay out all of these rewards for all these investors. And keep in mind that it's only going to be 100 investors that have millions in the tax vault, right? So those 100 investors are going to have a lot of points accumulated, and over time, a lot of the services that you guys want to, use in the future are going to be paid for in a heartbeat. It's going to be so easy. The rewards. So the rewards program functions like credit card reward plans. On the UI, you will easily track earned points and available rewards to be claimed. You also redeem points at convenience or choose to compound them. So at that point, when somebody wants to claim their points, they can choose to be like, you know what, I don't really need those points to claim them and keep them in my DApp. I'm just going to, or UI, I'm just going to compound them in the pool. So you take those points, recompound them to even grow your position even larger, and you can even surpass other people in those pools, because some people choose to claim those points and keep them stacking into their UI, but you can choose to keep compounding them. That's going to be a huge option for you to do in the future. There's also a lot of people that want to probably claim those in USDT. So that's also going to be an option. The only point that we have to keep in mind here is that if you are going to be claiming those in USDT, you're not going to get an equivalent amount of USDT to the points you have. So the amount here is not 100% calculated, but it might be like a 1, 2, 3% difference between the 1-to-1 ratio. But essentially, the point of this project is to be able to pay you guys in rewards and services for years to come. But if everybody wants to use this project as a means to collect USDT returns on a monthly basis, it's okay, but the ratio is not going to be 1-to-1. So let me know what you guys think of that point here in the comment section below. So the fee will be determined in the future. Enjoy the flexibility within your rewards. You can claim, compound, or just claim them as USDT. So the ownership of NFTs is limited to 1 NFT per wallet. So we want to make sure to make this fair, to have the opportunity for everybody to be able to claim those rewards and use those services. I don't want the same person to be claiming, 3-4 NFTs and then claiming those points and then just using those services for just one person. I want to make sure a lot of the communities can have fun with this project. So what I'm thinking of doing here is that a lot of people have expressed that they wanted to use this for their friends and family, right? So people have partners that they want to go on vacations with, or they have kids they want to go on vacations with. So it's possible. So you can buy all those NFTs for your family or friends, but you have to make sure that each NFT is sitting in an individual wallet, and that specific wallet is going to be getting those rewards. So you can't get all the reward points go to one specific wallet address. Perfect. There's going to be a maintenance fee to operate this project. So there's going to be a lot of time spent to make sure the project works okay, everything balances right, all the accounting behind it. So there's going to be a 5% maintenance fee, but it's not going to be taken from that $1,000 deposit fee or the purchase fee. The 5% is going to be taken at the end of each pool using the profits generated. So if we make, let's say, $5, 5% of those $5 is going to be taken before we distribute the rewards to the executives, and then use the rest of the rewards to compound in the following pool. So the prioritizing sustainability helps secure the long-term success and trust and stability of our crypto project. So from a financial standpoint, it's very important for us to keep consistently having more inflow of capital than outflow of capital, right? So the way that I want to make everybody understand this is that, the project has to remain sustainable. It has to remain risk-free to some degree because it's cryptocurrency. Obviously, none of this information is financial advice. It's just a project that I thought would be fun to give out to the community. If you guys are interested in this kind of stuff, go ahead and do your research and maybe jump in. But essentially, we try to make this project as sustainable as possible. And the way we're going to do that is by building a project on a sustainable protocol. And for me, one of the most sustainable protocols right now is BBB, because it offered a sustainable 6% return. And that's really the only reason why I decided to go here instead of build on Drip or build on other projects that are going to come out on Pulse-Chain, or other projects that are going to come out on, I don't know, like Zen. There's so many other projects you could build on, but this one is sustainable and it's a long-term mentality kind of project, right? So investing your money here could be a very safe option and a very lucrative option. And especially if we're talking about pooling everybody's funds together into one pool, I mean, the returns could be astounding. And I'm going to show you guys that in a few minutes. So that being said, here are the main points that are going to, in our opinion, help the success of the Executive Package NFT project. The BBB community has been a successfully active and engaged community. If you guys go on Telegram, I'm going to leave a link to the Telegram down below. The Telegram is filled with very positive people, very helping people. They help each other. They help you answer questions. All the newcomers are asking very cool questions, and they're getting involved and getting engaged. And that's what you like to see in a community, right? There's not a lot of jeets. There's not a lot of people coming in for a quick buck. I mean, people understand the mentality behind the project, and that's the kind of people that we want into the executive NFT project. And to be frank with you, I know the price of the NFT is a bit different than a lot of the other projects, but that's the purpose. I mean, the people that are going to get into this project are people that are seeing the long term potential of the project, not somebody who's coming in for a few months and then getting out, you know? Innovation and development. So BBB has prioritized consistent development and innovation, continually updating the project and staying relevant. This approach not only attracts users but also differentiates BBB from its competitors in the space. So if you guys attend the Wednesday AMAs that LD and Matthias have every single Wednesdays, I mean, these guys are coming out with new innovative stuff and, you know, creative stuff every single week, which is super cool, right? They have a crazy roadmap. So far, they've stuck with all the roadmap. I mean, one day there's a new service pool, one day there's a new reno pool, one day there's the NFT project. There's so many things that are keep coming out every now and then. And, you know, I feel like being involved in such a community makes sure that this project is going to stay relevant for years to come. So, you know, it's again a very cool project to build on. BBB remains committed to ongoing progress, which is what I like to see. And the economic model, as I said before, we're going to make sure to have more money going in than money going out, or at least equal amount of money coming in and money going out, to make sure that the project stays relevant for years and years to come. And we're going to see that, guys. I mean, in the future, if, for example, I notice that the project is not sustainable anymore, I can always decide, you know what, guys, it's not sustainable. I won't be able to continue this for much longer. What we're going to do is we're going to take all the profits that has been generated and we're going to distribute that equally to everybody, and everybody can choose to do whatever they want with it. And at that point, the project is going to be dissolved. Everything could be possible here, but I want to always make sure that the project is going to be sustainable. The project is going to be able to, you know, make everybody happy to the extent that they want to be. And this is what we're going to be building every single day. And every single new development that we're going to implement is going to make sure that these ideas are going to be kept in mind, to make sure that everybody is going to be happy for years to come. So the future is bright. To ensure the long-term success of the executive package, the NFT project, first 18 months of the project will serve nothing but compound the profits from the rental pools to the from one rental pool to the other. So it's important to note, guys. I'm going to mention this again. It's important to note that for 18 months, the funds are going to be doing nothing but compound. So your money is going to be locked for 18 months. You guys have been used to getting your money locked in drip forever, right? You're getting just 1% per day. This is a similar concept. Your money is going to be locked into this protocol for 18 months, and then you're going to slowly get back rewards from your investment after the pool that's starting after 18 months, right? So if the NFTs are going to be sold, so I'm going to take into consideration using these numbers that all 100 are sold before we start the next rental pool. 100 USDT will generate 102,600 USDT in 6 months. Do you guys understand what's going on here? So with 100 USDT, we can literally generate enough profit as if we sold another 100 NFTs, but we're still with that same 100 NFTs. So we're going to start the balance for the next rental pool after 18 months at 202,600. 202,600. Okay? So essentially, the 100 is going to generate 6% per month for a duration of 18 months, total 108,000. So when you subtract everything, it ends up with 102,600. So this is the structure that we're thinking of doing. So after 18 months, executives will begin to receive points gradually. Okay, so when points are distributed after the first pool, executives will receive 10% equally, and the remaining 90% will compound in the next pool. So what we're trying to say here is after the 18 months, we're going to take the money that we generated and put them in the next pool, right? Then another 6 months finishes. Then at that point, we're not going to lock the money anymore. What we're going to do is we're going to take 10% of the profits, give them equally separated over the executives as points into their UI. And we're going to take 90% of the profits generated. We're going to add them to the starting balance, and we're going to keep that compounding. Not the starting balance, but the balance of that pool that we have basically for the executives. So that pattern is going to continue. Then we start a new pool. And at the end of that pool, we're going to take 20% and give that to the executives. And then the remaining 80% of those profits, then give that to the following pool. Just keep compounding it. The next pool, we're going to take 30% and then 40%. And then we're going to stop at 50%, 50%. At that point, every single pool forever, it's going to take profits, 50% of it. It's going to take 50% of the profits and compound them in the pool, and then take 50% of those profits and distribute those to the executives at reward points. But it's important to also note that in 10 years, we're going to have close to $1 million in those pools. It's not going to be like 200,000, 300,000. We're going to have in the millions, right? So we're going to be generating a lot of money on a monthly basis. So let's look at that in a little bit more detail. So I've put in the information here on the table for multiple pools. So I didn't put all the pools because I mean it's a white paper. I just don't want to put all the numbers here, but the numbers have been calculated in the back end. So pool number 4, there's 90% to be compounded and 10% to be distributed to the executives. Pool number 6, it's 30% to the executives. Pool number 8, that's when we start with 50%, 50%. Pool number 10, 50%, 50%. Pool number 14, 50%, 50%. As you guys can see, the money keeps compounding 50% of it as profits into the next pool, and then 50% of each pool is going to be given to all the executives, right? So if you look at these numbers, guys, they're crazy, right? Pool number 4, we start with 202,000. Pool number 14, we're at 1.3 million, right? It's crazy. 1.3 million, 6% for 6 months. That's 467,873 in profit. Man, those numbers are crazy, guys. And if you understand the potential this project can have, pool 14, right? This is pool 14. This is like, I think it's like 2030. This is at 2030. Then imagine 2040. Imagine when we're in year 2050. These numbers are crazy, and this is all taken into consideration that the money is going to be coming from all the rental pools that BBB is doing, and the way Matthias is talking about this is that the more money that we have, the better, because we can get more properties, we can get more acres, and we can have bigger buildings and bigger properties and keep renovating and building and selling. It's just going to make everything run better and better and better as the money grows. And there's potential to have millions in here without even thinking about it, you know? So this is how it looks, guys. You see from pool 4 to 6 to 8 to 10 to 14, the pool size keeps increasing, but the return to all the executives and the return to the project keeps increasing exponentially as well. So it's really a win-win here. You pay a 1,000 fee today, but that 1,000 fee is going to generate you thousands in the future in reward points, but you can also choose to claim those as USDT, not a 1-to-1 ratio, but you have that option if you want. So there's so many different things that we can implement here, but just the fact that we're taking the 100,000 community efforts and pooling that together, it's going to generate crazy, crazy returns. So these are the reasons we think you should get involved. So the exponentially growing rewards for executives are going to be astounding and just crazy to think about. Unlocking a lifetime of rewards from one purchase done today. So you do one purchase today, in 7 years, if you want to take a first flight to whatever, Singapore, you can do that. There's no problem. You send me the plane ticket fee by DM, and I'm gonna send you whatever could be covered using the points that you have in your UI. It's very, very easy. Discounted BBB services for executives. NFT prices will increase following every pool. So this is also important to note. So let's say the first pool starts, but we didn't sell 100 NFTs. We sold 50. So after that NFT closes, at that point, each NFT would have made a return of 6%, right? So for each month that the pool has been running, we're going to increase the price of the NFTs that are left so that, for example, if you pay $1,000 for the NFT today, in 6 months after the first pool finishes, the price is no longer going to be 1,000, but it's going to be 1,000 plus whatever amount of percentage growth it had over the life of that first pool. So people that are getting it in right now are going to get in at the best price, because in 6 months it might be 1,300, it might be 1,500. We don't know yet, but the price is going to be increased for every single pool as long as the NFTs have not been sold yet. Ability to transfer the NFT for future generations. So let's say one day you're like, you know what, my kid is 18 years old. He deserves to have a good vacation. I no longer want to take vacations anymore. I've enjoyed my services enough with BBB. I'm just gonna give him the NFT. Then at that point, your son or your daughter is going to be able to travel, is going to be able to rent hotels, is going to be able to do whatever they want with their NFT here, because they own that NFT in their wallet, and the points are going to go to that address right away after the end of each pool. And also, we're thinking of having executive only NFTs, executive only benefits, sorry, which means that one day Matthias and LD are going to go from Florida to Cancun because there's a potential offer there. And, they have 3, 4 extra seats on the jet, and they're going to see who is available in Florida and wants to take the trip with them. So they hop in on that jet. They go on a free paid trip for 3, 4 days, and then come back to Florida using the same jet as well. There's so many things we can do here, but they're only going to be applied to the executives that have one of those NFTs. So, I hope you guys understand the idea that we're trying to do here. I'm going to update the white paper, and I'm going to be posting it on Telegram. I'm going to be making a separate Telegram for just the executives. So once we launch the project on July 5th, guys, so on July 5th is the launch of the project, which is next Wednesday. Once we launch the project, there's going to be a Telegram specific group just for the NFT holders. There's going to be a wallet address on this white paper, and the wallet is going to be displayed elsewhere as well, on Telegram, probably on the BBB community. We're going to have that on the UI. But basically, what we're going to be doing is you send in the 1,000 USDT, and then you DM me, or you send me a Twitter DM or Telegram DM. You tell me that you've contributed, you send me the transaction hash, and you automatically are eligible to get one of these NFTs, and you're going to be added to the Telegram page. So guys, I hope you understand the idea here. So LD made this beautiful white paper design. So thank you so much, LD. If you guys have any questions about this project, if you guys want to, say anything, like any advice, any criticism, whatever it is, you know where to find me, guys. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Telegram, I'm everywhere. Just let me know what you guys think. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.